This lesson is going to demonstrate how to add credits, transitions, and custom animations. I'll go ahead and demonstrate how you're going to set up your credits. So you're going to go to that page, go ahead and open up your plan quotes, and then you see the credits that you listed earlier. Go ahead and select those by dragging the mouse down and doing Control-C, shortcut for copy, return to the PowerPoint, and select the text that needs to be replaced. Once that's selected, go ahead and do Control-V. Now, if this happens, and by the way, this is a trick I learned from a student, go ahead and reselect that text. Go ahead and do Control-C, and then reselect this text again and do Control-V, and it will add those credits. Go ahead and select this box and delete it. You don't need it. Notice that some of the text is bold and some isn't. Well, I don't want it bolded, so I'll reselect it, and you could right-click and click on the B and then click on it again, or you can do Control-B. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the credits. I will then center it. You can right-click on that selection and center it. And I might just go ahead and leave this text as is, which is fine. You might want to double check that it's consistent, so maybe I'll set it to 24 or a little bigger maybe. And then I'll go ahead and take the title so it stands out a little more, and I'll choose the font that I used on my home slide. You don't have to, I just think that it should stick out a little more, make it a little bigger. And now I am done with the credits. Let's go ahead and talk about transitions. To do transitions, go ahead and click on the transitions option, and these are the transitions you can use. You can look at them by clicking on them and seeing what they do. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and play around for a bit. After experimenting with several of the transitions, I decided to go with the Vortex. I'll go ahead and click on that to show you what that looks like. It's kind of a fun effect. I saw one of my students using it and I really liked it. So you can change the duration to either make it slower or faster. I sped it up a bit. It was set to 4 and I changed the duration to 3. I will then click on Apply to All so that the transition is consistent across all slides. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and click on the F5 key to see it, or you can always go to the slideshow and choose from current to watch it. Notice how every time I click, it transitions to the next slide like that. After watching the entire presentation, I decided to go with the fade through on all slides. I'll show you what that looks like. Fades through nicely. I think that's more elegant, so I'll go with that instead. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to do animations. This is something I always tell my students. Unless you know what you're doing, just keep the transitions like the fade through to every slide and you can be done. But if you really want to add custom animations, go ahead and choose animations. And in order to have the ability to do animations, you need to click on the slide that you want to experiment with. And I might want to have my title come out first. I click on that and notice these options. Okay, so you're going to want to experiment in here all the different possibilities. You could also click on this option and see that there's other possibilities. There's also Add Animation, and that's another way to look at these possible custom animations. So I'm going to go ahead and experiment. I'll go ahead and click on the preview so you can see what I've done. After experimenting with the custom animations for my title, I came up with the wave. I'll go ahead and click on the preview button so you can see that. So I'll go ahead and leave that as is. I'll click on my name and I'll go ahead and possibly choose fade. And you can always change the duration to either speed it up or slow it down. I'm going to go ahead and click on the second slide, and what I'm going to do is I have a plan for every slide. I will have the images fade in and I'll have something happen to the text. I don't know quite yet what I want to do with the text. So I'll click on that image because I want it to be the first one to come out. I'll click on the image, choose fade, and leave the duration. You can always make it go faster or slower. Then I'll go ahead and click the text so that it comes out. I want to point something out. I clicked on wave for my text, and I just want to point this out to the students because if you do choose something like this, in my personal opinion, it's annoying to have to wait there for the text to come out in a wave. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. I'll click on preview. Image fades in, and look at that. It's hard for the students to read and it's annoying. So I'm going to choose something that's a little subtle. For the text, I decided to have it wipe, and you can come here to change the direction. I'm going to have it go from left, and I did slow down the duration. I also slowed down the duration to 1 second for the image to fade in. So I'm going to go to every slide and consistently apply those effects on every slide. I intentionally made the mistake of having the text come out first and then the image. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you do make that mistake, you can always go to the animation pane. That's one way. You can click on that second transition, and notice here at the bottom you can reorder it so that it happens first. Every slide is set up to where the images will fade in and the quote will wipe. I'm now going to demonstrate how to set up the credits page. So go ahead and click on your credits, choose the animations option, click Add Animation, go down to the bottom where it says More Entrance Effects, and then locate credits under Exciting. Go ahead and say OK. Let's go ahead and preview that so you can see what's going on. I don't know if you noticed, I was really slow, so you can go ahead and change the duration. I did make it go a little faster so that my audience doesn't have to wait too long to sit through the credits. This concludes the session on adding credits, transitions, and custom animations. Until next time, you have a wonderful day.